Hello my YouTube friends! Today I want to talk to you about audio sync issues you might run into on your live streams and how you can fix them. So let's get to it! My analytics say that 80% of the folks watching my content are not subscribed. Am I doing something wrong? Well, if so, let me know in the comments. But if you are looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber or live streamer, subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss any new content. It's totally free. A few things can cause out of sync audio issues. First, we need to see if your equipment power is causing the issue. Let me show you how we can check that out. The first thing we're going to do here is we're going to go up into the top left and we're going to click on View. Then we're going to add a dock and we're going to select Stats. And this puts the stats dock in here. Now you can see I'm already live down here, got the green bar. And if I flip over into YouTube, you can see we are live. But YouTube does not give us any actual stats as to how our stream is doing. It says excellent condition. We don't really know anything other than it's live and it says excellent condition. The audio could be horrible, we don't really know. So back over here in OBS, this stats dock is going to tell us how it is. Now I can move this stats dock anywhere. When you open it up, it might appear right here and then you have to drag it over to the edge and drop it in. You'll notice I also have my scenes docked over here. These work just the same way. You can move them around, dock them anywhere you want. I have a lot of scenes, so I put it right there. So over here in the stats window, you can see that it tells us whether it's dropping any frames from lag or from rendering. You can also get down to the bottom and see whether it's actually buffering. If we're not dropping any frames down there, that means your machine is not buffering. But we're mostly concerned with what we're getting up here in the stats. Are we dropping any frames due to render lag or encoding lag? And if the answer to that is no, then it's a safe bet that you are not having a hardware problem. Your sync issues are software. But you definitely want to go and switch through each scene to make sure that you're not dropping any frames or getting any render lag. You want to make sure that your transitions happen and all that kind of stuff, just to be sure that you are actually not having any machine problem, that that's not the cause of your problem. So if it is your machine's power causing the problem, there are a couple of things that we can do. So we know we have a hardware problem because we're lagging and dropping frames. So if we take a look at this chart, we can see now if we're trying to live stream at 1080 by 30 frames per second, well, our bits per second or kilobits per second could be anywhere between 3,000 and 6,000. So depending upon where you have that set, we actually have some room to adjust that. Likewise, if you're at 1080 streaming at 60 frames per second, it's between 4,500 and 9,000. So we have some room to adjust that. So we can just adjust our kilobits per second down a little bit. And yes, this will slightly lower the video quality of our stream. But if we're not taxing our machine and dropping frames and lagging, then our audio will probably be more in sync or have an easier time syncing up, because that's really what's causing our problem. So let's jump over into OBS and we're going to click on settings and we're going to go to output, and right here is our kilobits per second, and we're going to use our little chart here and we're going to adjust this down to the lower end of where we're at. So now that we've adjusted our bit rate lower, what else can we do? And the first thing that controls your laggy stream is the encoder. So you want to drop this down and make sure that if you have a specialized encoder on a graphics card or something like an NVIDIA card, that you have that selected. That is actually a completely separate chip that's just designed to encode live streams and things like that. So if you have one, you definitely want to select it. If you don't have one, X264 is perfectly fine. Let's walk through X264 because I think generally speaking, people who are going to run into lag are folks that don't have graphics cards. So let me walk you through how encoding works once you set this up. Now right down here you have your CPU usage, and higher equals less CPU. So if I have this set to ultra fast, I am using much less computer power and it's just producing it as fast as it possibly can. So if you're running into lag issues, start with the lowest setting and go ahead and try it, test it and see if it works. And if it does work, then you can step up to a little faster setting to see if that works. You want to set it to as high as you can without creating any lag. But honestly, I'm not sure you need to go much past medium. If you've got it set to medium and it's not lagging, you're in good shape. Leave it right there, because the quality really doesn't get a whole heck of a lot better once you push past medium. The other other thing that you can do, or you may need to do, is if you're really lagging, it does mean that your equipment is not strong enough. You can go into video and downsize to 720. And believe me, I know a lot of people, they want to live stream at the highest rate that they possibly can, and I understand that. But most people are watching live streams on their cell phone at like 340. So if you have to downsize to 720, you're gonna be okay. I'm serious, you're gonna be